I just checked out the Tai Lopez video, the sculpture versus the lottery. And I gleaned two things from it that are very just gold when it comes to martial arts training. One, especially for those of us who have day jobs, which is funny because right now I'm off for the rest of this week. So I normally would be at work, but I'm not. If you have a day job or you have other commitments, but you still want to get a black belt in martial art, you're going to have to use the sculpture approach. You cannot get a martial arts lottery. It's just not going to happen for you because you have too many other things that are constraining your time. Your martial arts goals are still accomplishable, but you have to sculpture them. And the lottery is that I think a lot of people, why they style bash traditional martial arts so much, is because you're looking for a martial arts lottery. You're looking for this ultimate wham, bam, boom, explosive technique or style or training regimen that you think is just going to solve all your problems with practically no work put in by you whatsoever, and things don't really work like that. So let's talk about what the sculpture actually is. Basically what he's saying is if you want to achieve a goal in life or big success in life, it doesn't happen by luck for 99.9% of the people who actually achieve mega success, your big billionaires. It happens because they had a goal. They say it had a big goal. Look at this this pipe I'm standing next to in my closet. You have big goal. They don't all jump from here to here. That's people that win the lottery, and that's not how life normally works. They go here, then 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 here. And then if they want to get the whole pipe that I'm going to shake, they take the whole thing and then they break it down into here to here to here. So one here for a big goal may be as big as their other goal that they got. Just like with me with getting black belts. The first black belt that was the hardest for me to get, the first black belt was the hardest for me to get. The second one was a little bit easier. I'm talking about black belts from other people, not when I created my own style. And then the third one felt a lot easier. But it was still based on the efforts actually from the other two. Because when I finally went up to like Dillman's camp, when he owned the Muhammad Ali camp, it was like, I get to study everything. I had to have the Taekwondo, Karate, Tang Soo Do, and Judo backgrounds to really fully get the bang out of the Kyusho Jitsu that he's teaching. And then when I got ranked by Art Mason, I was like, it was all the other stuff I've been working on, taking classes from Dwayne, stuff like that. All that came together for the third black belt from someone else. So that's how it works. When you have a job, you may think you don't have 3 hours a day to train like it mine, and you probably don't. But you may have an hour, you may have 15 minutes, you may have 30 minutes. If when you enroll in a class, you just went over what you did in class for 15 minutes every day, and you set that habit, I guarantee you, the 15 minutes will become 30 minutes, the 30 minutes will become an hour, the hour will become an hour and a half, and the hour and a half will become 2 hours. Because as it is right now, something I never gave up from when I was small was stretching. Stretch every day. And that's an hour. And then I may do something goofy at lunch. On my lunch break, I might do a form or something, or even just go for a walk sometimes and just meditate and think. And then when I come home, I either do my physical workout, just jogging, incline push-ups, sit-ups, and I got a bag in the corner with water in it that I use to do curls. I do that, or I go through forms, or I go through kick or roll or something. And now that I'm being paid to teach part-time, that's part of training too. But it all started from the little 15 minutes a day. That's how it started off. And I'm telling you, if you dedicate 15 minutes a day towards practicing martial arts, it's going to blossom into at least an hour a day. That's the sculpture. That's going to help you, especially as a working person. Now, the beautiful thing about traditional martial arts, sculpture versus lottery, I think a lot of people look at MMA and things like that, and they think that those things are the lottery. People probably thought that karate was a lottery when it first came to the United States too. But people, They think the MMA is a lottery. I think a lot of people probably feel like they're going to be the next Anderson Silva. They're going to be the next Conor McGregor. And, you know, a lot of people that are boxing probably think they're going to be the next Floyd Mayweather. And it looks like, look at those billions that they got. But a lot of times, like if you look at the Gracies, I talk a lot about BJJ, even though I've only taken like literally one BJJ class in my whole life. But I've read up about the Gracies. And you know what I love about the Gracies? It's really what I want to do. One of the things I want to do is I want to be like, I cannot remember his name, so I call him Grandpa Gracie. That's really what I want to do. I want my grandkids to be awesome at martial arts. I don't have grandkids yet, but I want my grandkids to be awesome at martial arts. People are going to look at them and go, wow, they came out of nowhere, but their grandfather taught their dad who taught them. And now they're making a lot of money. That's a lot of times how it really goes in terms of boom exploding in martial arts. But really anything in life, a combat sport. Look at Floyd Mayweather. Before there was Floyd Mayweather Jr., there was Floyd Mayweather Sr. Venus and Serena, their dad played tennis, but he wasn't super famous tennis guy as far as I know. But look at them. You have the brain that studies the game, and then they pass it on to their children, and then their children might pass it on to their children. But you need that old head that's going to blow things up in a positive way. And now I'm not quite old yet, but I am getting older. I mean, let's just be honest. Look, okay, really, got some gray hair here. Come on, I'm getting older. So I need to pass on what I'm learning, but I still need to be open to new ideas, because I'm telling you, I just teach at the rec level, man. And if you're out of touch with what's going on with the champions that are out there now, and with the trends that are going on in martial arts, nobody's going to study with you. I have to. It probably looks like all he does is think about martial arts, you know, when he's not working. You need to have that level of enthusiasm these days just to get people's attention to come to a rec class. Just to get people to come to a simple park and rec class. Because if not, they're going to drift over to something else. And that's just how it is. We got too many things and too many sources of information for people not to be drawn away or dragged away or taken away to something else. So let me close by saying this. If you're a working person, especially, if you're, I call it just regular people, like most of us, the rest of us, you got to chip away at your goal. See, that's why the storefront schools have attendance requirements. I know, for I have asked them, just point blank, asked them to their face, why are you making me come to class 3-4 days a week? I need to be practicing. And then they laugh and say, see, that's why you don't need to enroll here. Really. Because you get it. You get that you need to practice. These other people, watch them. They're not going to practice at home. Because what I was doing is, you got the class, and then I'm like, I need to practice at home before I go to class. Most people are not going to do that. You're not going to go to class. And then what you're going to do is you're going to sign your contract with the storefront person, because you think that because they have 85 trophies in the window, they're going to help you get 85 trophies in the window, in your window. And they can help you get 85 trophies because they know how to get 85 trophies. But the thing that's going to keep you from getting 85 trophies is you, because you won't dedicate 85 minutes outside of class to get to 85 trophies. You only do your stuff when they're standing there looking at you. And then you'll have the nerve to go, why are we always going over the same thing in class all the time? It's because you didn't practice. So, you need a sculpture. MMA is not the lottery. You thought MMA was a lottery because the Gracies came around and beat everybody up. That you said was traditional. The truth is, the Gracies were pros. Even if they weren't necessarily making a living fighting all the time, I'm not sure if they did, But they were pros. If you took the time to read, you'd know they trained for hours and hours and hours a day at BJJ, and they found this one thing, one thing that most, but not all, but most traditional styles have forgotten about, and they exploited it. Because I was thinking, I am going to leave karate. And I started reading, I was like, what? It's some dude that works out for like 8 hours a day, beating up somebody like me that can only devote an hour a day. Of course they're going to win. I wouldn't care if their style was throwing water balloons at people. They're going to win because they were putting in more hours than the other people. So they didn't have any superior style. They had superior training methods. And then people think they won the lottery. You didn't win the lottery. Like I've said in another video, every style that's out now, every single one of them is a combination of a bunch of styles that came before it. So in a sense, everybody's doing MMA. And in a sense, everybody, especially now at the time of this recording, everybody's doing traditional martial arts because MMA has been around at least 20 years now. So now it's a tradition. You don't believe me? You look at people who do MMA, they all are looking at the same styles now. Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and maybe some Western wrestling. And the good ones, maybe some Western boxing. And Taekwondo is starting to sneak in there now. Anderson Silva, that's one reason what drew me to him. He's got Taekwondo. So Taekwondo is starting to get in there. And you may have a karate person here or there. But basically, you got Muay Thai, BJJ. Muay Thai, BJJ. Muay Thai, BJJ. Maybe some Western wrestling or Western boxing. What's that? That's tradition. So, let's not get mad and because your traditional teacher wants you to do forms. That's just like the drills you have to do at whatever gym you go to. The sculpture. Use the sculpture. The sculpture is the best way for you to manage your time for martial arts practice when you have to work and raise a family. So, I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to go sculpture my life because that's why I'm off. Sculpture my life. Get a vacation. Peace.